Welcome back to the Shigeaki Podcast. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. For over 30 years, I've helped people heal their bodies through food daily habits and natural rhythms. And one thing I've learned is this: what you do in the first hour of your day shapes everything that comes after. Today, let's talk about coffee. It's how millions of people start their day. Warm, familiar, and comforting. But for many people over 60, that morning cup might not be helping them like it used to. Coffee by itself, especially first thing in the morning, pushes your cortisol higher. That's your main stress hormone. When cortisol goes up without nutrients to balance it, your body starts breaking down muscle for energy. And if you're adding sugar creamers or flavored syrups, you're also driving up insulin and inflammation. The result: you feel wired at first, but weaker later. Your muscles don't recover, your body doesn't rebuild. I see this pattern all the time. Patients who are doing everything right, they walk, they eat fairly clean, but they're still losing strength, especially in their legs and core. And when we trace it back, the first red flag is how they start their mornings. It's the coffee. Not because coffee is bad, but because it's incomplete. The good news is we can fix that. We can turn coffee into something nourishing, a tool for muscle support and even strength recovery if we just add the right things. And to explore this with me today is someone I always learn from, a dear friend, a master of healthy aging, and a man whose wisdom has changed the way I think about longevity. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Dr. Hyman. It's always a pleasure to be here, especially when we're talking about something as simple and important as coffee. For many older adults, muscle loss happens quietly. One day they notice stairs feel harder, or standing from a chair takes more effort. This isn't just aging, it's also about how the body responds to daily habits. Like that first cup of coffee, when cortisol stays high, muscles break down faster, recovery slows down. And if that morning coffee comes without protein, minerals, or hydration, the body doesn't get what it needs to rebuild. But that's not the end of the story. One small change can shift the whole pattern. When we add something supportive into the coffee, even a scoop or a drop, we send the body a different message. A message of safety, of nourishment, of repair. Coffee can go from being something that drains your body to something that rebuilds it. You don't need pills or expensive drinks, just a few natural ingredients that blend easily into what you're already doing.
That's what today's episode is about. 5 powerful additions you can stir into your coffee that help rebuild muscle, reduce fatigue, and support energy, even if you don't exercise much anymore. We'll show you how to use them, what to avoid, and how to turn your morning cup into a simple daily practice that strengthens you with every sip. If you or someone you care about still drinks coffee every day but feels like their strength is fading, don't miss this. Like, subscribe and share. Sometimes the smallest change, like what you put in your coffee, can lead to the biggest transformation.
Let's start with one of the simplest but most powerful things you can add to your coffee: collagen peptides. This is one of my top recommendations for anyone over 60 who wants to support their muscles, joints, and skin from the inside out. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It gives structure to your muscles, keeps your skin firm, and helps your joints stay flexible. But as we age, our body produces less and less of it. That's one reason we feel stiffer, weaker, and notice our skin getting thinner or looser. Collagen peptides are a broken-down form of collagen that's much easier for the body to absorb. They're hydrolyzed, which means your body doesn't have to work hard to digest them. That makes them ideal for older adults, especially if you have digestive issues or trouble tolerating other protein supplements.
And the best part? They dissolve right into hot coffee. No smell, no taste, no clumping. You just stir it in and sip. Most people won't even notice it's there. I usually suggest starting with 1 to 2 scoops per day, which gives you about 10 to 20 grams of pure protein. That's enough to help maintain lean muscle and support your connective tissue without overwhelming your digestion. Collagen also contains glycine and proline, 2 amino acids that support gut health and tissue repair. So in many ways, you're not just drinking protein. You're giving your whole body the materials it needs to stay strong and heal. This one change, adding collagen to your coffee each morning, can be a quiet game changer. It's easy, affordable, and proven to help you rebuild what time slowly takes away.
All right, now let's talk about something most people think is only for bodybuilders, but actually works beautifully for seniors who never step inside a gym. That is creatine monohydrate. Creatine is a natural compound found in your muscles. It helps your cells create and recycle ATP, which is the energy your body uses to move, lift, and even think clearly. The more energy your muscles can access, the longer they stay strong and active, even if you're just walking, gardening, or climbing stairs.
As we get older, our creatine stores drop. That means muscles tire faster, recover slower, and lose strength over time. But adding just a small amount of creatine daily can help reverse that decline. I often recommend the micronized form. It dissolves more easily, has no taste, and doesn't cause stomach discomfort. You only need about 3 to 5 grams per day. That's 1 teaspoon mixed into a warm cup of coffee. It blends in seamlessly and doesn't change the flavor at all.
What I love most about creatine is that it works whether you exercise or not. Of course, gentle movement is always good, but for people over 60 who can't lift weights or do intense training, creatine gives their muscles extra fuel to maintain function. It also helps with brain health and fatigue, which many older adults struggle with. So while you're adding it to protect your muscles, you may also notice clearer thinking and better energy throughout the day. This is not a shortcut. It's smart support for your aging muscles. And just like collagen, it fits right into your existing coffee routine without effort.
The third addition I often recommend is magnesium, specifically magnesium glycinate powder. Out of all the forms of magnesium, this one is the most gentle and the most effective for older adults who want to support muscle recovery without upsetting their digestion. Magnesium plays a central role in over 300 processes in the body, but one of its most important functions is helping muscles relax after they've been used. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can cramp, twitch, or feel stiff. And your sleep suffers too, which means your body doesn't get the chance to repair itself overnight.
What makes magnesium glycinate special is that it's bound to the amino acid glycine. Glycine itself is calming and supports deep sleep, so when you take magnesium in this form, you're getting a double benefit: better relaxation for your muscles and deeper rest for your nervous system. Unlike other forms like magnesium oxide or citrate, this version doesn't cause digestive distress or diarrhea. It's smooth, easy on the stomach, and dissolves well in warm liquids. You can even mix it into the same cup as your collagen peptides. The flavor is neutral, so it won't affect the taste of your coffee.
I recommend starting with about 200 milligrams, usually around half a teaspoon. It's best to take it in the evening if you struggle with sleep, but some people enjoy it in the morning for steady calm throughout the day. Either way, it supports recovery, improves muscle function, and helps regulate energy. If you're someone who feels tight or achy, most mornings adding magnesium to your daily routine might be one of the most gentle yet powerful things you can do.
Let's move on to one of the most underestimated combinations for muscle and bone strength: vitamin D3 paired with vitamin K2. These two work best when taken together, especially for adults over 60. Vitamin D3 is well known for supporting immunity, but it also plays a major role in muscle health. It helps the body absorb calcium and activates the genes that trigger muscle protein synthesis. Without enough D3, your body struggles to build or even maintain muscle tissue. But there's another piece of the puzzle, and that's vitamin K2. While D3 helps you absorb calcium, K2 makes sure that calcium ends up in the right place. It guides calcium into your bones and teeth and keeps it out of your arteries. That's incredibly important for older adults who want strong bones but also want to protect their heart.
This combination is often available in liquid drops or powdered form. I recommend starting with 1 to 2 drops or a small scoop per day. You can add it directly into your morning coffee as long as your coffee includes a little bit of healthy fat. That could be a splash of coconut milk, oat milk, or a teaspoon of grass-fed butter. The fat helps the body absorb these vitamins properly. Because these nutrients are fat-soluble, they're more effective when taken with food or healthy oils. Coffee by itself isn't enough, but a few smart tweaks and now your morning ritual becomes a full-body support system. For people who sit a lot, spend time indoors, or don't get much sun, D3 and K2 are an easy and visible upgrade to your daily cup, protecting your muscles, your bones, and your heart with every sip.
The final ingredient I want to share today is one that doesn't get enough attention, especially for older adults. It's called L-Glutamine, an amino acid that plays a quiet but critical role in muscle repair and immune health. Glutamine is what your body uses to rebuild tissue, especially after stress, illness, or injury. It's like the scaffolding that helps put things back together. When you've been sick, inactive, or under chronic stress, your body's demand for glutamine goes up, and if you don't get enough, your muscles may shrink instead of heal.
But that's not all. Glutamine is also fuel for the cells that line your digestive tract. It strengthens your gut barrier, supports immune function, and reduces inflammation. For people over 60, this matters more than ever. A strong gut means better nutrient absorption, better recovery, and fewer problems with food sensitivities or fatigue. L-glutamine powder is easy to use. It's flavorless, dissolves completely, and works beautifully in warm liquids. One small scoop, about 2 to 3 grams, is all you need per day. You can stir it into your morning coffee, along with collagen or magnesium, and you won't taste a thing.
This is especially helpful for anyone who's gone through a period of weakness, surgery, or bed rest. It helps the body bounce back faster and protects lean muscle during times when you're not moving as much. Even if you feel mostly healthy, glutamine can help you stay that way. It strengthens 2 key areas, your muscles and your gut, which form the foundation for healthy aging. It's simple, affordable, and fits right into your cup. 1 scoop a day could make the difference between gradual decline and quiet, steady recovery.
You know what to add to your coffee. Let's talk about how to do it right. Because just throwing powders into a boiling cup won't give you the best results, and in some cases, it might even reduce their effectiveness. First, temperature matters. Your coffee should be warm, but not too hot. If it's steaming aggressively or boiling some nutrients, especially in things like collagen or vitamin drops, can degrade. Let your coffee cool just a little before mixing anything in. Think comfortable to sip, warm, not scalding.
Next, keep it simple. I always recommend starting with just 1 main ingredient per cup. That means if you're adding collagen, let that be the focus for that day. Avoid dumping multiple supplements into the same cup. Too many things at once can compete for absorption or upset your stomach. Stirring matters too. Use a spoon if you're in a rush, but for a smoother blend, try a milk frother. These little handheld tools dissolve powders quickly and leave your drink silky, not gritty.
Now, about timing. For best results, drink your enhanced coffee after a light breakfast, something like eggs with spinach or avocado toast. That gives your body a gentle foundation of real food to work with and stabilizes your blood sugar.
And don't forget the fat. Many of these nutrients are fat-soluble, especially vitamins D and K. So make sure your coffee includes a healthy fat source, a teaspoon of coconut oil, a slice of grass-fed butter, or a splash of unsweetened almond or oat milk. This turns your coffee into more than a beverage. It becomes a balanced, supportive tool for muscle health, energy, and digestion.
And the beauty of this approach is that it's flexible. You don't have to do the same thing every day. In fact, rotating your ingredients gives your body variety and avoids overload. Let's say one day you go with collagen and vitamin D3 plus K2. That's a fantastic combination for maintaining lean muscle while protecting your bones. Especially useful on days when you're more active walking or doing light exercise. On another day, you might choose magnesium and L-glutamine. That pair is wonderful for recovery, especially after poor sleep stress or even mild soreness. Magnesium helps relax your system, while glutamine repairs tissue and calms your digestion.
And yes, you can rotate. One day collagen, next day creatine, then magnesium. Keep it light, simple, and in tune with how your body feels. Most people find that using these coffee add-ons 5 to 6 days per week is more than enough. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent.
Exactly. Think of your coffee as a gentle ritual, not a strict routine. Some days you might skip it. Some days you'll forget the powder. That's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. And with just one thoughtful cup each morning, you're giving your body the building blocks to stay strong, sharp, and energized, starting from the inside out.
So far we've talked about what to add to your coffee to support muscle strength. But now let's shift gears and talk about what to leave out. Because no matter how good your intentions are, the wrong ingredients can quietly undo all your progress, especially after 60. One of the first things to avoid is refined sugar. That teaspoon or two might seem harmless, but sugar spikes your insulin. And when insulin is high repeatedly, it triggers fat storage and muscle breakdown. That means even if you're adding protein, sugar can cancel out the benefits. Next are flavored syrups, caramel, vanilla, hazelnut. They may taste great, but they're loaded with artificial flavors, preservatives, and colorings. These can stress your liver, disrupt hormones, and create inflammation, which slows muscle repair and weakens joints over time. Another common pitfall is artificial creamer. These are the little cups or powders labeled non-dairy, but they often contain hydrogenated oils, also known as trans fats. Trans fats are directly linked to heart disease, memory decline, and yes, muscle loss. If it doesn't come from a real food source, your body doesn't know what to do with it.
And it's not just what you add, it's also the kind of coffee you choose. Many people over 60 rely on convenience bottled coffee, canned coffee, or drive-through coffee with unknown ingredients. These often contain hidden sugars, preservatives, and low-quality oils. They give you a quick jolt, but leave you feeling more tired and depleted later. Another one to watch out for is whey protein powder in hot coffee. Whey isn't inherently bad, but when mixed into a steaming cup, it often clumps, becomes hard to digest, and may cause bloating or discomfort. Older adults tend to have lower stomach acid and fewer digestive enzymes, so this can be a hidden source of irritation. And lastly, non-fat powdered milk. It might seem like a light option, but many brands add phosphate-based stabilizers. Excess phosphate can interfere with calcium metabolism and contribute to bone thinning, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid when protecting muscles and bones after 60.
That's such an important point. After 60, every small choice matters more. One wrong ingredient in your coffee each morning might seem like nothing, but over months and years, it adds up to weaker muscles, lower energy, and slower recovery.
But the flip side is beautiful. One right choice, like removing sugar or switching to clean collagen, can begin to rebuild what age and stress have worn down. So, here's the takeaway. Keep your coffee clean. No syrups, no fake creamers, no chemical powders. Just warmth, nourishment, and ingredients your body understands.
Now that you know what to avoid and what to add, let's bring it all together into a simple daily practice. Something we like to call the coffee and muscle ritual. This isn't about making your morning complicated. It's about creating a small, repeatable rhythm that sets your body up for strength, energy, and stability throughout the day. It starts the moment you wake up. Before anything else, drink a glass of warm water. Just 4 to 8 ounces is enough. It helps rehydrate your tissues, wakes up your digestion, and prepares your body to absorb nutrients. Then have a light breakfast. Nothing too heavy, but something balanced. 1 or 2 eggs, a slice of whole grain toast, maybe some steamed spinach or avocado on the side. This gives your body fuel without spiking your blood sugar. After breakfast, make your coffee. Keep it warm, not piping hot. Add 1 scoop of collagen or creatine, whichever you've chosen for the day. Stir gently until it dissolves. If needed, add a splash of almond milk or a teaspoon of coconut oil to help with absorption. Now, here's the most important part. Don't chug your coffee. Sip it slowly over 15 to 20 minutes. Let it be a moment of calm, not a race to get caffeine in. The slower pace helps your body absorb nutrients more evenly and supports a more stable release of energy.
And once you've finished your coffee, don't just sit still. Movement, even a little, is what tells your body to use the nutrients you've just given it. If you can go outside for a gentle 10-minute walk, breathe deeply. Let your muscles wake up. If walking isn't an option, sit by the window and do 5 minutes of stretching or simple joint rotations. Your neck, shoulders, ankles, and wrists. Just move what you can. This isn't about burning calories. It's about sending a signal to your body, a message that says, I want to stay strong. And here's a little habit we recommend. Keep a small notebook or use your phone to jot down how you feel for 3 to 5 days. Track things like energy joint, stiffness ease of walking, or how strong your hands feel.
You might be surprised. After just a few days, many people notice they get out of bed a little easier, that their morning walks feel lighter, or that their knees ache less after standing. It's not magic, it's consistency. And when you make your coffee part of your healing, not just your habit, the results add up quietly but powerfully.
If there's one message we want to leave you with today, it's this: you don't need to go to the gym to build muscle. You don't need to lift heavy weights or follow complicated routines. You just need to start your day the right way. The first hour after waking up is one of the most powerful windows for healing and renewal. And the most familiar part of that hour, your cup of coffee, can become your quiet ally in staying strong when you add the right nutrients to it, when you slow down and sip with intention, when you pair it with movement, even a few minutes of walking or stretching. Your coffee becomes more than a habit. It becomes a daily practice for muscle protection, energy, and graceful aging.
In Japan, we have a saying, muscle is youth. And I truly believe that. Muscle is not just about strength, it's about balance, independence, and confidence. When your muscles are alive, you move with ease. You think more clearly. You feel more capable. After 60, muscles don't disappear just because of age. They fade because the body isn't given the tools to preserve them. And those tools aren't always found in exercise. They're found in nourishment, in sleep, in small, steady habits that send the right signal. So yes, a single cup of coffee each morning, when used well, can become the starting point of a younger, more vibrant version of you.
It's not about doing more. It's about doing smarter. It's about seeing the ordinary as powerful. You already drink coffee. Why not make it work for you? Why not use that moment to feed your muscles, support your bones, calm your nerves, and gently rebuild?
Try it for 3 days. Just one thing, one scoop, one drop, one change. See how your body responds. See if your legs feel lighter. See if your energy lasts longer. Sometimes that's all it takes to believe again in your strength.
If this conversation gave you hope, if you believe strength is still possible after 60, then please like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone you care about. Let's rebuild our bodies from the smallest things one morning, one sip, one step at a time.